I decided to whip up a video because I think that this is the most accessible way I can reach a broader audience quickly, and I really don't feel like I have to put a lot of effort into this video because the themes that are covered are relatively straightforward. You may have noticed that RiverCiver uploaded a video for the first time in 3 years, and in this video he just so happened to feel compelled to call me out. I'll get to this later, but I feel like I have to address some more glaring issue with the video first. River seems to feel like he can differentiate himself from other terrible apologies by mentioning the other terrible apologies that YouTubers have previously made.
It's time for the YouTuber apology. You know, you've heard this story before from other people, I'm sure.
It's pretty obvious that this is just a cheap tactic to divert away from how bad his apology actually was. He doesn't go over any of the things that he did. Like, for example, the more glaring, blatant racism. I don't know if I have the old pictures of what he did, but you can take my word that they were obviously evil. Some examples are repeatedly saying the N-word, making fun of George Floyd's death, etc, etc. River brings up the fact that he was depressed, but that doesn't really excuse his behavior.
Around that time, I felt like shit. I was diagnosed with depression, but you know, you've heard this story before from other people, I'm sure.
But if he doesn't care about his behavior being excused, there wouldn't have been a reason to bring up his depression in the first place. What River did in his apology video is basically the equivalent of saying, hey, you know I clubbed this poor old lady in the head and I really didn't mean to, but I'm just gonna say that I was depressed. And I'm not saying that to excuse me, obviously, but I'm just saying I was depressed. Obviously that has nothing to do with my behavior. I'm not saying this to justify what I did, but I was. I understand that mental health might contribute to sometimes making poor decisions, but as someone who struggles with mental health, when I'm feeling depressed, I don't just spontaneously go on racist tirades on a massive public platform. And neither does any person because of their depression. Now take literally everything that I've said so far and perceive that as just the tip of the iceberg of what he's actually done. Over his active years, River has continually cultivated an alt-right culture on his Discord server, and it's not like it was subtle either. This was done very openly. One of the main reasons that I can confidently claim this is because I was personally a part of the server. I was one of the main moderators, and I was indoctrinated myself. This is a phase of my life that I still to this day regret as a person, and I don't think it's impacted me positively in any way. And River has taken absolutely no responsibility for what he's done to me and many others. Thankfully, I'm no longer remotely close to that group and have grown up as a person lots. I can't say the same for River though. If you think that for some reason I'm holding him to a high standard at all, I don't have to work hard to show you that I'm not. Take for example his immediate response to me bringing up his past and his lack of effort in making an apology. I'd like you to take a guess at what he called me out for in his video and what he continues to be angry at me for.
Actually earning decent money requires you to essentially be terminally online, or I guess you could
Did I maybe do him wrong? Did I do something bad or immoral? Did I like kill a cat or something? No, like the extent of what I did was just calling him out for being a racist, and the entire fucking community rallied behind me. To this day, he doesn't like me for calling him out for being a racist. Let me make that clear. He doesn't like me for pointing out his blatantly evil behavior, which is something that any rational person would do. And it's not like I really want him to like me, but I think it really goes to show how disingenuous his supposed growth as a person is, because he dislikes the people that are the primary source of his growth. Regardless, that's basically the end of what I wanted to say. I don't feel like I can provide too much moral analysis that would help anyone come to a different conclusion than I did. I think I'm mostly providing useful contextual analysis for anyone who isn't familiar with the kind of person that he is, which is really the main goal of my video. I want the key takeaway to be that RiverCiver can't be trusted with his platform. Of course, I hope that this changes, and I would wish nothing but the best for him as a person. And if he does end up making a good apology and owns up to everything that he's done, you know, I'll commend him for it. But if over the span of 3 years there's been nothing but minimal growth, I guess there's just not much reason to take him or his opinion seriously. I'm sorry if you expected a super high quality video, but I really just don't have the time for that right now because university is kicking my ass. I sometimes regret that I can't give much content back to my audience, but do know that I've always appreciated your guys' support over the years, and if I can come back one day, I will take that opportunity. Regardless, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll leave you with one bit of effort in my content, my outro. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye bye.
Uh.